network VLAN. So switch port, mode access here for data, here voice VLAN. Okay, and you call its ID, then you end. This way, we create two different VLANs. We rename them. We create their IDs. We rename them, or we create their names. We assign them to an interface. Okay, and also we define a quality of service class to one of them. So as we are doing on this, it's not as we are doing creating a trunk link here on this interface. Okay, verify VLAN information. How we can verify the VLAN information? Normally we use show VLAN, but with several options. You may use show LAN VLAN brief. You may use show VLAN ID VLAN. You may use show VLAN student or whatever name VLAN name. You may use show VLAN summary. If you here, for example, brief, what does it mean, brief? If you say show VLAN brief, display VLAN name, status, up, down, its name, its ports, one VLAN per line. It will tell you port 1, VLAN 1, port 2, VLAN 5, and so on and so forth. If you use show VLAN ID, VLAN ID 10, 7, it will display information about the VLAN here, VLAN ID. Okay. If you use show VLAN name and VLAN name student, display information about the VLAN name, which is student. The VLAN name is an ASCII string from 1 to 32 characters. Okay. Summary, show VLAN summary, display VLAN summary information as here. Okay. So for example, if you're executing on the switch show VLAN summary, it will tell you that you have existing VLAN 7, number of existing VTP VLAN trunk protocol VLANs is 7, number of existing extended VLANs is 0. Show interface VLAN 20, this is an example to here. It will tell you about what? About display information about, so VLAN 20 is up, line protocol is up, and some other information. These two examples how to verify VLAN information. Now, how can we change VLAN port membership? Imagine that we have already configured a VLAN to an interface to a port. How can we change that? So there are a number of ways to change VLAN membership. To do so, let's check. You should re-enter switch access VLAN ID for some VLAN ID. So these ways to change VLAN membership, we have to check for them. Re-enter switch access VLAN ID and check what will happen. Use no switch access VLAN to place interface back in VL1. So to make VLAN back to VL1 to default, use this no switch port access VLAN. Then use the show LAN brief or show interface switch port commands to verify the correct VLAN association. Okay. Now, interface, we want to check at this interface that we have already configured, right? Here. I've already configured two VLANs, right? The student, the voice and the student, 20, 150. Okay, interface FA018, we enter. If I execute no switch port access VLAN, and if I execute this, what happened or what will happen? Then after executing this command, I show VLAN brief. What will have here? So he's saying to me, no switch access VLAN to place interface back in VLAN 1. So as you see here, VLAN 1 is the default, and we have configured this interface with still student here active. So no switch port access VLAN, it uh, it places the interface to VLAN 1 here, right? It's for VLAN 1. You see the port. So the port becomes for VLAN 1. So before, remember here, where is it? Before here, this interface, it was for VLAN 20 and 150, which is for student, right? So the port was for student, not for VLAN 1. So to get back this to VLAN 1, you should use this command. So this interface, the owner of this interface is the VLAN 1, no longer the student. Okay, so to place back the interface in VLAN 1, you should execute no switch port access VLAN, as we did here. Here, remember, here we have switch mode access or switch port access VLAN 20. We assign this to 20. To get back no switch port access VLAN, you just disable this, and you will get back here. So here, as you placing the port to the VLAN 1, okay? To do so, you execute this and we are there. But as you see, the VLAN is still active. Then if you execute now, show interfaces FA018 switch port, okay, you will see what? Name of interface, as we did. Name interface we are doing here. So we are doing show interface, sorry. So you are doing the switch port. Where is it? The switch port. Anyway, so here if you exit show interfaces ID is ID of the interface, the port, switch port. You will see name. Switch port is still enabled. Administrative mode is static yet. Operational static access data. Administrative trunking encapsulation negotiate. Operation trunking native. Here the most important is access mode VLAN 1 default. Trunking native mode VLAN 1. So they are equal in this case, right? So this is very important. To remove the port from a VLAN, you just need switch port access VLAN. That's it. Okay, how we can delete a VLAN? So if you execute no VLAN command, directly you will not delete them. However, before deleting a VLAN, you should change or reassign all port number of this LAN to other different VLAN, as we did here. We remove the port from this VLAN and we assign it to VLAN 1 to the default case. So before deleting a VLAN, reassign all member ports to a different VLAN. Okay. Then delete all VLANs with the delete flash colon VLAN dot or delete VLAN dot dat. You can delete the VLAN using this command. Then you have to reload the switch after deleting the VLANs. So to restore to factory default, unplug. This is for real switches. Unplug all data cables. Erase the startup configuration. Delete the VLAN dat, then reload the device. This is to factory. Okay, unplug cables, erase startup, delete VLAN dat, then reload device. We will do this exercise in packet tracer afterwards. VLAN trunks. Okay.